And it's the fact that he sort of caresses it into that bottom corner. There were so many moments where Hearts were snatching at things. It just needed that calm head.
Yeah, we said that in the first half they were playing it like it was the last 5 minutes of the game, and that's in the last 5 minutes of the game, and he shows the composure that was needed. But we've got a great view here, and we were screaming at the fact that you heard Derek saying, oh, he wanted overloads in the wide areas, but we're saying Spittle goes inside and leaves Carjota 1-on-1. Albeit got an unbelievable problem, and that's where the goal comes from. Spittle's actually stayed inside. Carjota's been incredible, comes on, creates the first goal, creates the second goal, and Hearts get there. And as I said, listen, it's harsh on Hibs. The 2 red cards didn't help their cause, both red cards, so they kind of shot themselves in the foot there. But Hearts kept going and going, and we've said before, if you're going to win a title, you're going to have to get things going for you. They had things going for them. You know, Rangers have lost today. There's a chance for Hearts next week now to take Rangers right out the equation. Right out the equation with 3 games to go. And who knows, but this was massive, and they move on.
Yeah, let's get some more reaction from the Hearts dressing room after that win. Saba Carjota, who had a huge impact in that second half, is alongside Craig Halkett, and they are both speaking. To look.
Craig, there's big and there's huge. Would you put that one down to today?
Yeah, it was, both of them. It was huge. It was a massive 3 points. I think we started the game really well. Conceded a slack goal from our point of view, for a set piece. So we put ourselves up against it to start with. Obviously the sending off changes the game. It allows us to get up the pitch more freely, more easy, and get some balls into their box. I think we were a wee bit wasteful at the start, and it just took till half time to come in, reset, get a new game plan, and then just go with it again in the second half. And thankfully we got the first goal back at a good time and snuck the winner late on, but it was a massive 3 points.
You only know too well from the first Edinburgh derby when you scored the importance of the delivery from the man next to you. Just what was he like when he came on?
Yeah, he was brilliant. Everyone in there so delighted for him. He's been a wee bit starved of minutes this season, but it's not through any fault of his own. He trains really well every single day, and when he gets his chance, he's shown everyone what he can do. Like you said, the derby at the start of the season for Mago, and again he steps up today and puts on a plate for Spitz. So I'm absolutely buzzing for him.
How much did you enjoy that today?
No, it's always unbelievable to play these matches and to win them. So I'm so happy for the team, first of all, and we have like 4 more games to show everything, and we will do what we have to do to win every game.
Manager was talking about how important it was to get some width on the field. From your point of view, was it just a case of making sure you put the deliveries into the box and give the guys the chances?
Yeah, but it's the same for me and for Kizzy to put the balls in. So we always do this, and today it was the day to do it, and we do it. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy for the result.
Questions keep getting asked. When is it going to finish for Hearts? They keep going, keep answering questions. 4 games to go now. What's the mentality like in that dressing room?
Yeah, it's good. It's been said before, but it's right now it's the same as what it was 6 months ago, even a year ago at the start of the season. We just train really well Monday to Friday and look forward to the game at the weekend. So we did that. We had a break last week. We got some rest, spent a lot of time together. We came back and we trained really well. We trained hard this week, ready for a massive game. So next week's going to be the exact same. We'll come back in tomorrow, Tuesday, maybe do a wee bit over the game and then look to the game plan for Rangers at the weekend. But all the boys are buzzing at the moment. Confidence couldn't be higher.
Well done today. I'll ask you to hand over the William Hill Premiership Player of the Match. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Cheers.
It is incredible, Kris, just listening to Craig Halkett there speaking about the mentality within the dressing room, and it hasn't seemed to have changed from the outside. Every time they're challenged, every time Hearts are questioned, every time they have a poor result or a poor performance, they seem to bounce back straight away. With 4 games left to go, it's really difficult to see them being knocked off that perch they're on right now.
100%. I mean, but why would it? You know, as you say, they've been at the top of the table for a long, long time now. They've got full belief in, you know, their manager to start with. I mean, the fans will always be there. Hearts fans have been excellent for a number of years. You look at, they just want a team that represents them. They've had that this season. The manager has came in and, you know, I think there's been people at least questioned Derek McInnes, his mindset, the way he's went about it. But if you go and ask any of those Hearts players who they would have as their manager, would say Derek McInnes. For what he's been able to do, got in there, you would say turning a team in. I mean, I know Tony Bloom has you know, in the Jamestown Analytics have had a lot of credit, and rightly so. But it still needs somebody to lead that. every single day, have full belief, have the control of a dressing room, because you can lose it. Because there have a lot of players have arrived in there. There have a lot of new players come in that haven't played. There's a lot of players that have been there before that haven't played as well. So it's a big group. But I don't see that. I see a team that's all together. You see players coming off the bench want to have an impact. Not only in the match they're playing right now, but them staking a claim to go and start the following week. I mean, when you looked at the start of the season, Kizaridis was getting rave reviews. He's been off it recently. He has been. But there's been other players stepped up. And that is the sign of a championship winning team. You know, I thought Kirjota, when he came on today, was excellent. I mean, we speak about, and I know it's easy to say, get the ball wide and fire it in the box, but you've got to get an area, and you've got to have some lovely little touches in the round, and he had that. He had touches. You can see Abita probably backs off, because there's been times when he went and engaged with them, it was just round the corner, able to link with someone. That was intelligent play for Kirjota a few times when he came on. And you've got to say, I mean, John's right. If Hearts have now to beat Rangers next week, Rangers are under huge pressure to go to Tynecastle and win. They've not lost it all season. Rangers have to go there and win, or it's done. I mean, that might be saying it's been done for about 4th or 5th time. But, you know, and Celtic will be sitting at home, you know, buzzing with that result at Ibrox. Then when you look at Hibs going 1-0 up here today, it might have been, you know, like saying, this could be ours again. But Hearts have just found another way to go and keep winning a game of football and ask questions of Glasgow's big two now.